Hey guys, it's Ella. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, basically I make custom shoes and today I'm just gonna bring you along with me as I do that. A how-to, if you will. My main goal really is just to kind of show you how I personally do it, and then that way if you feel so inclined, don't know if you will, but if you end up wanting to, maybe you can make your own pair. If you do, don't forget to tag me. As always, I'll link all the materials that I use and stuff in the description box. I don't really have anything new for you all. I don't know if these videos are gonna get boring, if it's just like the same thing over and over again, so let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see or anything, really. Yeah, like I keep saying, I don't really have anything else to say. These are going to be Colorado Mesa University themed Vans. So you can see they're just plain high tops. I will insert a clip somewhere to kind of show you what the finished product looks like so you kind of know what you're getting into. With that being said, I guess I will just get started. Hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So these are the colors that I'm going to use. I'll link the brand and where I get it in the description box as usual, but I'm just mixing red, violet, and fuchsia to create the maroon color that's in the logo, since I don't actually have the color that I want, and it's easier for me to just mix it than have to go to the store and buy it. So I'm just gonna mix together these three colors as needed until I get the desired shade that I really like. So after mixing the colors together and getting the color that I think matches the logo the best, I go in with my Martha Stewart fabric medium. I mix that in with the paint at a 2:1 ratio. It's 2 parts of medium to 1 part of paint. Personally, I just guesstimate the ratio. You could definitely go in and do an exact measurement and make it exactly 2:1. I just don't think that it's necessary. It'll work well if it's not perfect. As always, I'm going to do the top stripes and the side swoosh first, so I'm going in with that maroon color that I just mixed, and I'm going to do the opposite pattern on each shoe. So for that first one, I'm going to do the bottom and the top stripes. The second shoe, I'm going to do the side swoosh and then the middle stripe. That just makes it every other color using the 2 colors in the logo. I just think that looks really put together and really clean. In my opinion, I think it also looks more cohesive and it makes the 2 shoes come together nicely without them being the exact same. For this maroon color, I ended up having to do a couple coats of the color on each stripe. That may or may not happen. Sometimes you only have to do 1. In this case, I did 2 to 3 just for a more opaque look. If you know me, you know I love my drips, so I'm going to go in with that same maroon color that I've been using and fill in these drips. I personally freehand them. I just find that easier for me, but I also have a lot of experience doing them. So if you're newer and you aren't quite comfortable yet, I would suggest sketching them out first and filling them in. That'll just make sure that the drips are more cohesive and their shapes are nice. Once I'm all done with the maroon color, I'm going to go in with the yellow color that's also in the logo. I'm going to paint with the exact same technique and I'm going to paint in the exact same spots as the maroon color, but it's just going to be on opposite shoes. So just like with the maroon, I'm going to start with the top stripes, every other one, and then I'm going to go on to the side swoosh and then the drips. I just finished the top stripes and the little drips. I'm at a good stopping point, you know, part 1 done. If you watched my last video, how I like to do it in parts. I think they look pretty good. In a couple of days or when I get back to this, I will do the heels and then they're pretty much done. So I guess I will see you soon. For you guys, it'll be in like 3 seconds, and for me, it'll be in God knows how long. Okay, it is officially the next day, and yesterday I really should have painted the back of the heels white. I don't know why I didn't do that, so that I could have gotten started on the mascot today. Things I didn't do that, so I'm gonna do that now, and then I will again have to wait another day or so before I can get to sketching and get to painting the backs, and then see you after that. So just like with the other colors that I used on the side stripes, I'm going to mix this white paint with my fabric medium at a 2-to-1 ratio. Then I'm just going to coat the entirety of the back of the heel with that. This is because I do characters, logos, mascots, whatever on the back of the heel, and it allows me to clean up my edges or any stray marks from that. Because the back of the heel isn't the same exact color as the white paint, I can easily just coat over my mistakes with white paint without it being noticeable. Okay, I'm also gonna go in and cover up all of my mistakes with white, or just at least the mistakes that are able to be covered. Sometimes you're gonna make mistakes and you can't fix them, but that's okay. Nothing is perfect. So if you make mistakes, don't be upset. Either try to fix it or go with it. I've showed you guys this before, but like these little stray marks up here, if they shouldn't be there, I'm just gonna go over them a little bit with this white and then hope that that works. Doesn't always work, but nothing's perfect. I didn't feel like adjusting my camera. It's just gonna stay like that. And I'll just talk from down here, but I'm also going to go in with this matte acrylic finisher. It's the same one that I use on Air Forces, and I'm gonna go over these side stripes with it because these stripes are leather and it's just gonna help seal the paint on there. Without it, the paint is pretty likely to like crack or peel off just because it's not the right kind of paint for this kind of texture. The only reason I use it is so that it is uniform with all the colors, but that's why I go in with this to just seal it in. Seal the deal. Just a heads up with this, less is definitely more, so you really don't need to glop a lot on there. Just like 1 or 2 super thin coats works perfectly fine. It has been a couple of days. I actually don't know how many days it's been. I think like 2. That's a couple. So I'm finally ready to sketch the logo on the back of the heels. So on one of them, I'm just gonna do the Colorado Mesa logo, and then on the other, I am going to do the mascot. So I haven't decided which shoe would look better with the logo and which one would look better with the mascot, but I'm gonna figure that out, and then I'm gonna sketch them on and then paint them in, and then we're basically all done. So I will just get to that. So this part is pretty self-explanatory, just sketching on the logo and then filling it in with the correct colors. As you can see, I decided to do the CMU on the side with the maroon drips, and then I did the mascot, which is the Maverick, on the one with the yellow drips. Since this part is really the most self-explanatory part, not like anything else was really all that complicated, but I'm just gonna let you know that you are going to need probably 2 or 3 coats of each color when you're painting it in on the back of the heel, solely because you painted the back of the heel white, and so the shoe isn't as absorbent as it is on like the side stripes, for example, because there's already paint back there, so that is why you might need a couple extra coats. My apologies in advance for the terrible angle of this shot. I didn't realize that my head was kind of blocking most of what I was doing until it was too late, but you can kind of already tell what I'm doing, just filling in the sketch with the correct colors that are in the logo. Okay, so it's the last step, like last day. The shoes are all done. I literally just got my wisdom teeth out this morning. So the last step is laces. These laces I got off Amazon, as well as these. Usually I buy them in bulk. but they didn't have the color that I wanted in like the bulk size. They had the yellow, but I wanted this like maroony color. I will link them down below. I'm gonna put in the opposite laces to the opposite drips. So like the maroon ones are gonna go with the yellow, and then yellow is gonna go with maroon. Before I put in the laces, I'm just gonna spray with my waterproofing spray. It's the Kiwi Protect All waterproofer, same one I use every time, and I will also link that down below. Alright, that's all I have for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and some of my tips and tricks kind of help you out if you do end up making your own custom shoes. Not necessarily Colorado Mesa themed, but if you just end up making your own or DIYing your own Vans, please tag me. I would love to see it. I'll link all of my social medias in the description box. Ignore the fact that my cheeks are still puffy. I got my wisdom teeth out yesterday, but I really wanted to film this video and I just needed an outro. So yeah, comment down below what kind of video you want to see next, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.